Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Jumper? The boy, the boy. What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ain't that much, my brother. All is well. What's goody with you? Welcome to the stream. About to get this party started. It's the N word. What's going on? Everything's great, my brother. How you doing? Welcome. Thanks for joining. Hop on the floor. You already know. Absolutely. You know we coming out here correct. Gotta go to the hair. I gotta go to the barber, man. I gotta go get a haircut, get a shave. I've been on the grizzle. When I be on the grind, I don't even be caring. Let's give another like 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I know Mr. Let's see, Mr. Marwan and Muhammad. Muhammad's playing. Be like, yo, you not joining? You playing? What you doing? Out here playing. I'm waiting for him, and he out here playing FIFA. But we're about to get it cracking though. So, again, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Just a quick little intro. Welcome to Vice Trading's Academy's Daily Market Breakdown. Like always, just to explain to the new guys what we do here, what we're doing in the stream is we're looking for daily points of interest on these 9 pairs you see on your right hand side. Um, a point of interest is not a signal, it's what it is, a point of interest. When price hits these targets, it becomes of interest of us, right? For us to start looking for the rest of our trading plan, which will be our entry trading plan, right? But here's where we single out which pairs and where our point of interest are. And we just wait for price to, hit these points, right? So that's what we do here. There's another 2 classes, 2 live streams that we do that complements this class to bring it all together, which is the weekly market breakdown, where we do the market analysis for the week and we look for a weekly POI, right? Then we have this daily market breakdown where we break down the markets daily and we look for the daily POIs, right? And then we have our live trading room, which happens Monday through Fridays at 6 a.m. Eastern, New York Standard, where we actually are taking these trades live. So you get to see everything from the top to bottom, right? Which someone asked that question yesterday on the stream. I forgot where he's from. I think he's from South Africa. I forgot his name. My bad if I forgot your name if you're in here. I think it's Sam. I think it's Sam. I'm not 100% sure. But basically he asks, what time frames are we looking at, right? And in order to do a top to bottom analysis, you have to look at a higher time frame, right? To get all the way to the bottom of things, which is where am I going to take my entry, right? So you have to look at things from a bird's eye view from afar, right? And then get up close and personal, to take that entry and to participate. So that was a great question. And again, just to double back on that, what type of what charts do we use, right? We use the daily. The daily gives us our overall market trends, direction, and structure, right? From a longer time frame perspective. Then we use the 4 hour, right? The 4 hours giving us a shorter term, right? The 4 hours giving us a piece of what's happening in the daily, right? Because the market is fractal, right? So the 4 hours is giving us the internal structure of the daily. Then we use the 30-minute chart. right? Then the 30-minute chart is giving us the internal structure of the 4-hour chart, right? So it's like gears, right? It's like a pattern within a pattern within a pattern, right? And then we look for our entries in the 5 and or the 1, right? So we use multiple time frame analysis to get to the bottom of things, right? To get to where we need to see what's happening in the market. Our trading plan needs to be confirmed before we execute and we participate, which means we take an entry, right? So that's that. So let's get this party started. So let's start with AU. Any questions, guys? Feel free to ask. So on the 4-hour time frame, right? When we just looking at the market structure on the 4-hour time frame, we are expecting, we had a break of structure, we had a clean break, right? The retest that we're taught in every textbook of trading is when the market is trending down, what type of market structure you should see? Lower lows, lower highs, right? Which we see that here, right? They have a little extensive retracement, right? Because they're consolidating a little bit, but this is what we're seeing, lower lows, lower highs, right? So we're taught that in the lower low points is where the lower high points will come and bounce off, right? This is what we taught in everywhere online, that this should be your entries, should be where the lower high points touch, right? That's the best place to take entries, which is absolutely correct, right? So if we had a break of structure, which we had a break of structure here, where should we be looking for entries? We should be looking for entries for the retest, right? To start pushing down, right? So this is exactly the type of behavior we should be looking for, and we're right in a point of interest, right? So now since we're in a point of interest, now we should be, looking for the rest of our confirmations, for us to participate in the market, right? To enter your entry criteria, right? Which is something that, again, Mr. Jumper goes over Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. Eastern. Make sure to join the Discord. The link is in the description and it's also on the chat where the link is posted when he's going to go live. Just take these entries. So make sure to join, guys, and follow. Now, let's fix this market structure a little bit. All right, we have this push down that cause a break, right? Now, when we're looking at this, I saw you was playing, my brother. You late because you were playing. I said it on the recording. We went and we looked at you and you said that you were playing, bro. So now we have price came to the bottom and tested, right? This is not a break, even though you're taught that a break and a close below, that's a break. That's not absolutely true, right? It needs to clear. This didn't clear. This just tested the zone because the candle's still on the line. That's a test. Second candle came above, right? Here, candle broke out. But the confirmation candle that showed us that it was a real break was this red candle. Why is that? Because if you notice, the body of every other candle is within the body of that red candle. There's no body that surpassed that until this candle. So this is your confirmation, right? So don't get fooled by when you see this, right? And the bodies of all these candles are within that red candle, that it's a break. There's times where the price will come right back in and it would just be a test, right? This is what confirms that break. So now that we have a confirmed break, what's the next part of the sequence? After a break comes a retest, right? So we're waiting for the retest. Now we're at the spot where we need to see a retest. Now that we're here, there's still more things that we need to analyze and to make sure, right? In an internal structure in here, this pullback, how does it look? If we drop down to a lower time frame, this pullback that's going up, when price is moving up, what are you taught that it looks like in every textbook? Higher highs, higher lows, right? This is what we should be able to see here. We can kind of see it right here like this. We could kind of see it, what's going on, right? But we need to look for this in a more internal, which is a lower time frame. right? And then when price is going to change from going up to going down, what type of market structure we should see, what type of pattern? We should see a change of character, right? Which means that price should be going up, making higher highs, higher lows, and then all of a sudden breaks and makes a lower low, lower high to start making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, right? So a change of character simply is a break of structure, right? These are breaks of structure, but it's a break of structure that changes direction, that changes the structure from going higher highs to higher low, the sequence, to then going to lower lows, lower highs. So this is what a change of character looks like textbook wise, right? And then we still have breaks of structures to move down. So this type of pattern is what we should be looking for in points of interest. A break retest, this line 4-hour line is a point of interest. So this right here is what we should be looking for in these areas, right? In lower time frames, right? So keep that in mind. Evening, Eric, aka Talk of Trades, this guy. What's up, Steve? Man, I haven't seen you in a minute, man. What's going on, my brother? How are you, man? How's the fam? Hope everyone is well, bro. So yeah, guys. So that's the type of market structure that we're looking for, right? And I'm not gonna go over this in every pair, right? This is something that this is what we teach in our course. Make sure to join the Discord. But that's exactly what we're looking for. So when we drop down to a lower time frame, that's what we want to see. We want to see that type of market behavior, right? We have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? So here will be where price needs to break, right? So we're trading in between zones, right? Key levels, some people may call them. So you have this and this. Everything in between here is just consolidation. Even though, guys, you may see these lower lows, lower highs happening, right? It's part of that internal structure, right? Which will be a lower time frame, which in this case will be the 5-minute time frame, right? So this here is 5-minute structure. If we go to the 5-minute chart, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a little bit more zigzagging, but overall that's the structure of the 5-minute, right? So we need to see that change in the 30-minute first. Once we get that change in the 30-minute, that pullback, when it pulls back to here, is where we will be looking for that other pattern that I drew, that change of character, BOS retest. Then we could start looking for an entry. But for now, this is why we're still waiting over here. Now, let's speak on what we spoke about yesterday, right? We need to start understanding consolidation, right? Or market manipulation, or the 3 phases in the market: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Trap falls real is what I like to call it. Trap, when people are getting trapped, people get trapped where? In consolidation, right? A false move is what? A fake move, right? Which will be manipulation. A fake move is a manipulated move. So manipulated move, right? False. And then distribution. Distribution will be the real move for me, right? TFR, trap falls real. That's how I like to call it. The trap, right? I don't want to be living in the trap. For you guys who understand what the trap is, the hood, I don't want to be in the hood. The hood is what? Consolidation for me. So that's the trap. I don't want to be in the trap. So trap, when they trapping traders, when they collecting contracts, which is consolidation, I don't want to be parts of that. So we're in consolidation. Then we have a manipulation move to the top side, which is what we were expecting. To then what? The real move to the bottom side, the distribution. Did we get that? We started to get that, right? We'll see that right here. Facts. AUANN. Wait, this is a no net? Yes, it touched. I haven't even got there yet. So you come in late, you asking questions, crazy questions. Nah, you're not asking crazy questions. But yes, why? If you look at that red candle, the whole red candle, Did this new candle, is it touching on it? Yes, it is. So that is a no net day. We'll get to that. But yes, it is a no net. So when we're looking at the price, remember what I said yesterday. We're looking for anchors, right? We have 4 different types of anchors. Which one is this one, right? What type of anchor are we getting here, right? This is the one you guys were saying that you like the best, right? Because it's showing downtrend. But until it doesn't break this, this is where you get fucked up over. I'm sorry, I don't want to get a strike. This is what you get effed at. This is where you get, this is where they take your money. Because you think we're going down. Have we changed character? Meaning, have we had to change a direction? We have not had to change a direction. But it's showing me downtrend. It needs to show you what you want to see. That's the purpose of the game. I show you what you want to see, I trick you, and then I make money off tricking you, right? So even though we're in a nice point of interest, price can still, this could be just a fake to go down, to then come up and do what? Sweep the highs before going down, right? This is why I like the other one. The other one, if it goes up, then it starts coming down, that's a confirmation. Confirmation that it anchored, confirmation number 2 that it swept, confirmation number 3 that we had to change the character, confirmation number 4 that we had to break a structure retest. I'm good after those confirmations. And like I said, sometimes you might not get number 2. You might just get number 1. This could be your number 2 and this could be your number 3. But I like that extra layer of confirmation. I love the extra confirmation. Right? So we need to wait for it to break. At least me, I'm waiting for it to break. And if we just look at the market structure, right? Because I want to see that change, guys. Right? Even this will be the real change will be here, technically. To keep it real, right? Because this is the whole move. We have a slight stop here, and they came back and continued. So I'm using that as part of the move, right? But safest play will be here. Safest play will be there. But this is what I'm waiting for. I want to see price go below. Don't stay up here. If it stays up here, fine. I'm not trading it. I'm waiting for it to come back below. And I like what it's doing here because this is a place where price needs to be rejected. Look how many times. Like they will say in other groups, right? So resistance turn into support, turn into resistance, right? Which is what's happening now, right? This is also called a flip zone, where price is flipping from going up to coming down, right? I like flip zones better. So write that down. I'm giving you guys vocabulary, bro. So if you heard new words or words that you heard in the past and didn't know what it really meant, make sure you write it down, because just because you heard it once doesn't mean you know it. It just means you heard it, right? Make sure you learn these definitions, right? Because if you learn what the definitions are, then you're going to learn how to spot it. And if you learn how to spot it on the chart, then you're going to learn how to use it to your advantage, right? But don't be a sucker because you don't know shit, right? So don't be a sucker. All right, so we're going to put this no net here, right? Which is good. Now we're waiting. Same target. Nothing changed today for that. EURCAD. So EURCAD yesterday gave us a no net as well. Why? Because again, the price was, this whole candle was the first candle of the day. Did our first candle touch? Yes, this is a no net. It went up, right? Came back to the middle, went down, came back to the middle, right? This is what? Just consolidation and trapping both ways. Trap. Definitely not going to be part of the trap, right? So what I like about what happened is they swept the low. So if you were paying attention to the supermarket sweep them, right? Let me just draw a line. This is what sweeping the lows are. We had a sweeping of the lows. Right? Close to where our target was to take the entry. So let's take a look. They swept the lows. After they sweep, what's the next thing? If we drop down, what type of market structure we should see here? We should see a change of character down here to the top side. Let's take a look. Maybe we don't get it on the 5 because the moves were so sharp. Maybe on the 1. Right? Got a head and shoulders pattern, but it's not valid because of the location for me. So even here, we did get a change, right? We did get a retest, right? But if we even drop down to the 30, I used the 30 seconds also, right? I'm not gonna get into that, but yes, 30 seconds. We had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high, right? So here would be the place. So we had a break, we had a retest, so here would be the entry, even though it's not that much, right? It was already late in the day. We're talking about 18 pips. This was already at 11:30 a.m. I'm not trading at that time. Around noontime, I'm not trading, right? But it definitely made the move. If you guys were watching it, looking for it, you got exactly what you needed. You got exactly what you needed. And if you were still holding, you're looking good. Even though I'm not holding to the next day, but you got what you needed. Not only that, you knew your target, right? Your entry and your exit. What I mean by that is, right? You know that the zone that you were trading was from there to there. So any entries off the low, your exit is up here. So you got a good trade. Yes, you're not, for you guys, don't start taking trades in the 30 seconds. I know that some of you guys are so creative. When I learned something new, I'm gonna try it. If you can't do it on the 5, if you can't figure it out on the 30, or you can't figure it out on the 4 hour, what makes you think that a candle every 30 seconds you're gonna figure it out? If the chart is moving extremely slow, you can't see it. But when it comes fast as lightning, I got it. Yeah, right. Sounds good. Sounds good in theory, but in practical application, you're gonna get smacked up. You're gonna get smacked. Promise you. So we did get a nice no net. We still in a good place, right? Price has not changed over, right? I want price to change over, right? Now that I see that, I want price to change to the top side, right? We have a new place for price to break above, which will be here, right? Trading a new zone. Price broke. What was the push that caused the break, or the new low? This was the push, so it will be here. Do I want them to tap any lows? No. Tap no lows. I'm not looking for them to tap any lows or sweep any lows. I want them to break, because it's giving us two different types of vibes, right? It's giving us either sweep them to come back up and continue going up, or continue that lower low, lower high that is showing us also as well. So we need to wait for that confirmation. The price has changed over, right? We have new lows that are being set and new lower highs, right? But I need that price to change over. When price change over, now I know that we changed. We're not making low. We made a new high, right? We broke the sequence from lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low to higher high. Now I know that we're getting somewhere. So that's why I don't have anything on the lows, because I'm looking to trade this long. I need them to change direction before what? I have a confirmation, right? Trading is about confirming. What can you confirm? Not what you think you see, but what can you confirm that you see, right? I need that confirmation. Once I have that confirmation, now I'll build the case, right, to bring up to Eric, to bring up to me, to say, yo, E, here's what we got. I'm going to take a trade. Do you agree or disagree? I agree based on the evidence that you are showing me, Eric. If you're not showing me evidence, I think I see this, I'm not 100% sure. Well, go back to the drawing board. right? Go back, go show me something, go look for something that you can confirm, that we can all see, right? So, like I tell you guys, what's the first confirmation? I want to see an anchor. If I see an anchor, what type of anchor I like to see? I like to see the anchor that sweeps. Boom, right? That's number one. Next thing I need to see what is the change of character. I'm waiting for the change of character. It's that simple, guys. Like the trading plan cannot be more. And I laugh every time because people make this so much more difficult than what it is. The trading plan is so clean and so precise. Not even precise. I would say like so clean. Visually, you can see it. And again, the trading plan is in every time frame. It's not in just one time frame. But keep in mind, if you cannot see this behavior in a 30-minute, 4-hour chart, don't drop down to the 5 just yet, or the 1, or definitely not the 30-second. Because again, you cannot see it when the bus, it's like the bus is coming at you. It's coming at you 1 mile per hour or 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers per hour. And you cannot see that. But you will tell me, Eric, come at me 100 miles an hour and I'm going to be able to see it. Yeah, right, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, guys, that's why starting with the higher time frame is best when you just starting out trading or you don't have that experience just yet. When you gain the experience and you can pick things out and you can see things in higher time frames, then test yourself in a lower time frame. Because again, it's like you're just think about boxing. Like it's like you're boxing someone that moves slow, sluggish, throws slow punches. Like he's literally throwing punches like this, slow. Wow. Slow enough that you can react to the punch. Right? The guy's going like this, oh man, I can see it. It's like Neo in the Matrix, right? Like, oh my god, I see the bullet coming by. That's how slow it's coming at you in a 4-hour chart. But when you come to the 30-minute chart, that bullet is coming fast. And if you haven't made it to the Neo state of consciousness, right? That bullet's gonna hit you, bro. So make sure you don't get hit with that bullet. That's the best analogy I could give you on that. You want to get to Neo state, right? State of consciousness, Neo from the Matrix. You want to be the one. Start out with the 4. Go with the process. Go with the flow, right? Euro USD. So Euro USD, right? We were not expecting nothing off the lows, right? We were expecting them to break and retest. Did we get it? Yes, right? We got the perfect variation of the MMP will not always be the same, but it will be there. Homework is major key. Fact. Major key. Homework is major key, guys. Now I'm gonna say something else about that. Right? I like to call it, why are you doing the homework? Right? It means, damn, I gotta do homework. I don't even like that word homework because I never liked homework when I was in school, let alone as an adult, you don't want to do any homework. So if we change the name from homework, which I do, in my class, my old class, I didn't call it homework. I call it chart vision development. You need to learn how to develop your chart vision. And the only way you're going to do that is by going back to the drawing board or going back to the game and watching the reels of the game, right? Watching tapes, watching the videos, right? Which will be watching the chart. Go back and watch the chart. If you don't like the word homework, don't do homework. Do chart vision development. I like that better. You want to develop your chart vision? Go back and review the tapes. Rewind the tapes, right? So that's key, bro. That's key. But I understand. I say it all the time, bro. And Steve knows, man. Steve knows what it is. So go back, develop your chart vision, right? So just think about this as all chart vision development. You need to learn how to view the charts and how to see the charts and how charts are developing. And the only way you're going to do that is by rewinding the tapes and watching the tapes, right? So let's go to this. We in V1, we were looking for an anchor. What was the anchor? We got it, right? We got a W formation. We got a small sweep. Small one. Right? They swapped a little bit. Just a tab, right? Let's check. Check. Next thing I want to see is what? Change of character. Check. We got it. Right? We got the retest also. Right? It broke out. This is a clean break. Let's look at these two so we can understand what a breakout looks like and what it's not. Right? So let's look at here. So price broke out, right? Next candle. What is it doing? Wick is touching the line. The fact that it's touching the line, that means it's testing. It hasn't broke. Next candle, where's the body? The body is still within this candle. Even though it's not touching, it still is within this body of this candle. That means this is part of this whole play. This is not a break. Following candle, don't even count as a doji. And then the next candle did what? Went below. Next time it came up to the line, to the POI. What happened? Price test, right? Yes, it closed above. A close above is not a break, no matter what place they tell you that online, right? Next candle went down. Following platonic, price broke out. Next candle, what happened? Didn't touch the line and also closed above. This is a break. Once we get a break, what's the next thing? That pullback. Once we have a break, the next thing in the sequence is a pullback, right? So this was a pullback. And over here, was there entry? Did they give us an entry there? They did, but our exit is what we focus on. We have a 35 pips move all the way from the low of the day to that high of the day. Can somebody give me STP for this, please? Is it still 47 or not? Am I off? I can't use the calculator because the calculator is on my phone and my phone is my camera. Oh, well, my other phone is here. Does it have battery? No. This battery's dead. 44 STP, right? So this wouldn't even be a good trade, right? We don't even have enough. Let's see. If we're taking it, let's say around here, it would have been 20 pips. I would have never taken this trade anyway, right? Because we need a change of character and a break of structure retest, right? So we got the change, but there was an entry. I'm going to show it, but for our TP, it would have never reached our TP, right? The TP would have been this high would be the target, right? The last higher high. This was the last higher high, so this would be the target. So taking an entry anywhere here doesn't really make any sense if our first TP is nothing. So we had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high, right? So where will be the entry would be here. Price comes, retest the same place, retest at 1, 2, 3, gave you a couple of entries before pushing up. But the target would have been here, the first target would have been here. So you would have still been holding this trade. The only thing I would say, back in the day, if I would have took this trade at this point in time, I would have still been holding, waiting for STP, for my original STP to be hit. Will it be hit? Absolutely it will, but it'll take time. So we had that, then price came back and gave us another opportunity when it came back, right? This opportunity on the back end is technically in a lower time frame, right? But went down, came back up, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, where? Right where it broke out, right? So you would have still been holding. You got a couple of entries to hold. Remember, I'm a day trader. I don't really like to hold overnight or to the next trading day. That's not my style. But it's still pushing up like it should. So the other thing to notice is this is the second day of rise. So we know what today is. Today is the third day of rise. Unfortunately, right, the price is already moving up and it looks like it's going to form the new high of the day. If price pushes down at any point now in time and comes back and hits that point right here, which we're going to change it, hits where it broke, then we can start looking for an entry. right? But it's going to be tough because price is already pushing up. And Mr. Marwan, no, not Mr. Marwan, Mr. Muhammad, here is a clear example of what the weekly structure looks like, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday makes the low, Wednesday retests the lows and pulls away, Thursday, second day of rise, Friday, third day of rise. Well, in this case, what's today? Wednesday, right? Today, well, in this case, Monday made the low, Tuesday retest the low and pushed away to cause the first day of rise. Wednesday, which is today, second day of rise. Thursday, which is tomorrow, will give us a third day of rise. And then Friday, I'm expecting consolidation or drop. Why? What's the play for the week, Muhammad? It did 3 weeks of drop prior. So this week they must end how? No net or rise. So they're gonna end. Remember, I said at the beginning of the week. That's why that yellow line is there. The yellow bar is there. Remember that. What? Today was a rise, bro. But we know that the week is gonna end with no net or rise. Correct. I'm sorry. No net or rise. So we know the price was going. It's not gonna stay at that low. We were just waiting for the anchor. When the anchor is set, what? Execute. Right? This is why that market structure is key, bro. Key. Major key alert today. But every day there's gems. Whether you catch them or not, there's gems. No. It's not to catch the 372, my brother. It's for you to understand. Remember your market structure for the week. What's the expectation for Sunday, Monday? Consolidation. Tuesday, the false move. Wednesday, retest the false move and pull away to cause the first day of either rise or drop, right? Second day will be Thursday, the second day of rise or drop, and then Friday will be the third day of rise or drop, depending on what the weekly structure is, where it has structure at. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we'll go to the Discord after and the trading lounge and we'll talk about it. But just the weekly pattern. Sunday, Monday, what's the expectation? Tuesday, what's the expectation? Wednesday, remember. For you other guys who know that, if you don't know what that is, let me know. Yeah, it's written. That's what I'm telling you. I know you got it written. I'm just giving you a live example of what it looks like, bro. How it does it. We did that on our one-on-one class a couple weeks back. That's why. And I believe Lewis also went over it. This is a clear example of what it is. How their anchor, retest the anchor and pull away to have a day of rise. The next day will be the second day of rise, and then you get the third day of rise. Right? So it happens not in order or just to find out. I'm not understanding. It happens, I just have to find out. I don't understand. But yeah, no, I just remember that we went over. That's why it came up. But let's continue. So yeah, guys. So today the expectation is that 372, right? We're gonna put that Nipsey blue, right? And let's wait to see. I would love for price to pull back. It's a Euro USD pair, so I would love price to pull back. And let's wait and see. If it moves early, oh well, I'm not catching it. Why? Because I'm not gonna stay up babysitting no trade, and it might just happen while we're in this class, regardless. But nonetheless, this is a textbook play right here. GJ, right? Tell you guys I'm not trading GJ, so I'm just gonna skim through it. I'm not gonna go over anything, right? I'm just skimming through it. I mean, like I have to figure out which move they doing. Like it's not in the same order within writing. No, it's not that it's not in the same order written. It's that it's just an understanding of what the sequence is for the week. Remember, they cannot do the same thing every week, week by week, the same day. So they're going to alternate it. They're going to shift it. So if today will be technically a Thursday pattern was given on a Wednesday. Just think about that. Like it would shift. It would shift one day back, right? So what technically happens Thursday textbook wise happened on a Wednesday. So what happens on a Wednesday, which is the retest of the low to push away, or the retest of the high to push down, happened on Tuesday, which is what happened this Tuesday, right? What happened what happens on Monday, which is the test the no what happens what is it? We're one day behind. So what happens Tuesday, which is the low of the week is made, right? Actually happened on Monday. Does that make sense? That yeah, because this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So yes. So think about it. Consolidation, right? Low of the week set. No, low of the week made. Next day, low of the week set. Why? Because we got an anchor. What is an anchor? An anchor sets a boat in place, right? So once they anchor price and they set price, this is what shows you the price made the low, price anchored and set the low. How we know that? It swept and also had a change of character, right? So it's a series, it's a series of motion that the price is doing, right? And again, our job is to build our chart vision. First, we have to understand what we're looking for, meaning we have to write it down. Don't think because you heard it, I got it. You don't have shit, my brother or my sister who's ever here. You don't have shit until you have it written down. Once you have it written down, you need to study your ass off and make sure that that information, those steps, are tattooed in your brain. Permanent in your brain. Why? Because it needs to be permanent. So when it happens in the chart, it's already in your brain. You can already recognize it. Not, I think I see it. Oh, what am I looking for next? By the time it happened, it already happened. You already missed the boat. You need to be able to recognize this real time. So the information needs to be tattooed in your brain. So once you can tattoo that in your brain, and then you can visually point it out, now you're starting to develop chart vision. Once you can develop that, then you can start executing, because now you know exactly what's happening. If you don't do it like that, it ain't gonna happen. Write it down and take screenshots. Facts. Facts. You should have like a chart notebook, like have a folder on your computer. I do. I'm not lying. Think I'm lying? Look at all my trades. Think I'm lying? Look. So I have plenty of charts that I take screenshots of. Plenty of charts. Whoa, plenty of charts that I take screenshots of. So I do it, and look at these are ones that I haven't even had time to organize, right? Or put them where I want to put them. So I do it. I don't know about you, but I do it, right? So take screenshots of these things, right? Build this catalog. Damn, what do they call it? Steve, what does Steve Morrow calls it? DMRs, some shit like that. What do they call it? They have some name for that shit. But build like a chart folder where you just have screenshots. Write shit on the chart and take a screenshot, right? Write what you need to see. And flashcards. Use them as flashcards. Journal. That's another way to say it. Flashcards. These are flashcards. Remember how you learned in school with flashcards? Make these trading flashcards, right? I used to have a binder full of these flashcards of these patterns in these trades. Just a binder. Print it out, put it in a binder. Make holes and put it in a binder. Just like we did when we were in school, old school wise. I used to have that. True story. Right? And I used to have them all over my walls. That's the first thing. People used to call me crazy. Used to come to my house, a whole wall just full of patterns and charts. The whole wall just full of charts. I'm gonna find a picture and show you guys. Damn, I can't even do it right now because of my phone. But yeah, you can have a trading journal or flashcards. Make them flashcards. This is what an anchor looks like. Variations of anchors, right? The first one you want, variations of anchors. Have 4 variations of anchors from transition of anchor, at the low and anchors at the highs. Have 4 low ones and 4 of the high ones, right? So then you know what you're supposed to be looking for, right? Weekly patterns, have the weekly pattern. Matches Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? Understand like, okay, where am I today? It's Wednesday. Am I on a Wednesday pattern? No, I could be on a Monday pattern on a Wednesday. It doesn't matter. It's just what you're supposed to, the sequence. There's so many things you guys could do. Get creative, bro. I'm giving you guys all the juice. That's how I learned it, to keep it real. So GJ, we skipping over that. GU, exactly what we needed to see, right? Different type of anchor, but same shit. Second day of rise, right? Right? This anchor was which one? The one you guys were speaking of that you guys like to see. Anchor number 4, right? From yesterday. I still remember the numbers. Anchor number 4 was what? When it starts doing this, right? Because you guys say that it starts going up, so it looks like it's going up. But again, until it doesn't break and retest, there's nothing for me, right? And over here, look, it never broke. It broke, but it never retest, right? So price did do that, it went up, right? So we got that type, right? So we had an anchor with no sweep, right? I like the when it sweeps. When it sweeps is better for me, right? But then it sweeps. It's okay. There's different types, right? So we got that. We got the anchor. We got the first day of rise, and we got the second day of rise, right? So consolidation, right? Excuse me. Stop hunt, and then the rise for 3 days, right? Typical Steve Morrow, typical consolidation, manipulation, distribution, however you want to slice it, bro. Same shit, different day. So it's there. So today, bounce off here will be the move. I would love for price to push back because we just expected a new high for the day. That's not enough to really book profits. So this will be the plays of my break and retest and the retest of these lows here. I would love for price to come back down here, but let's put it here. Keep this. Change this Nipsey blue because it's 372. USDCAD. So USDCAD V1, we were at the top of that zone, right? So what happened at the top of that zone? Price rejected and started to push down. All right, cool. What we were looking for here, right? We were looking for price to test the zone, right? So let's go over just because price touched a point of interest does not mean that we take an entry. There's other things that need to happen. What are they? Change a character, break a structure retest, right? So let's just go over that real quick, right? Just so you guys can understand. These are not signals, bro. If you cannot see the rest of the sequence, you're not supposed to take a trade. So let's drop it down. First, I'm going to highlight the places of interest, right? Where, okay, it touched. So we will look here and we will look in here, right? These are the places that we need to see price, give us everything else. We can say, well, it swept right here. It swept. Look, it did the first one, the second one swept. Okay. Just because that's step 1, we still need 2 more steps, right? And over here, same thing. It swept this one. So we still need to see 2 more steps. So let's take a look. So price came here, even though this is not the time that we're supposed to be trading. This is 10 p.m., right? We're supposed to be trading around this time. But just so we can understand, we have these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? What's the sequence? Okay, price swept. Perfect. I need to see a break of structure and I need to see, a change of character and a break of structure retest. We have a change of character, right? This is all one move anyway. We have a change of character. Perfect. Then we need price to pull back and have a break of structure retest, meaning break, retest to continue. Did we get that? No, we didn't get it. Same thing here. Price just made a lower low, lower high, lower low. Perfect. Okay, we need to change the character. We got to change the character. Did we get a break of structure retest to go up? No. Right? Next one. Came back, did the same shit. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Perfect. We have a change of character. Boom. Right? Next thing, we have a break of structure. Yes, we got a break of structure. Boom. Price came back to the place. Okay, we got a retest. Perfect. We got a retest. What's next after that? Drop down to the next time frame. Now we're here. What's the next thing we need to see? We need to see a change of character here. We need to see lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and a change of character. Right? Let me just delete the last one so we can all see it. We started to get that pullback to come down. That pullback that comes down, what we got? Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Did we get a change of character? No. We just got lower low. Notice how it just accelerated there. It's purpose. Do you think they don't know what we're looking for? Everything is slow and dandy. Everything looks good. It touched because people are waiting for this to touch. It's going up. We're not going to give you an opportunity to get out. We're going to take you out fast, bro. And this is why you have to wait for the sequence. Over here, what are we supposed to be waiting for here in a lower time frame? Same shit, bro. Lower lows, lower highs, then a change of character. And that's it. Once you have a change of character retest on a 1 minute chart, that's the entry. You don't need to see a break of structure. You want to see a break of structure retest just for an extra layer of confirmation. You can do that to be even safer, especially do that as a rookie to make sure that you are on point, right? But look how fast it went. They know people were waiting for price to come here to do this. And they know what you're doing because this is what you're getting taught everywhere. Oh, the trend is your friend. Higher high, higher low. The sequence is after a higher high comes a higher low. Then after a higher low comes a higher high. And you should be trading the dips on uptrend. This is the dip. Price dip, traded. Price dipped, traded. They understand all the bullshit they be selling you since you guys started to trade. They know that. But again, it's all about your confirmations. It's all about waiting. Right? And I just wanted to show you these examples, even though, again, this is not the time I'm trading. I'm trading around here, 7:30, 8 o'clock, right? There would have been nothing for me. It would have already violated what I wanted for the day. But just in case you're trading early, here are your indicators. Here are all the things you guys need to be looking after, right? And a step by step, I can't make it more easier than this, bro. It's a repetition of all the same shit every single time frame. It doesn't change. It has not changed. It will not change. Facts. So overall, we still looking good. We still behaving. We still within all the parameters. Right? Nothing has changed. So today we got a drop. Cool. What does that do? We still got to trade. Don't get it twisted. That gives us what? 2 days of drop. Counter. Cool. This is Lewis's day. This is a trade. If you guys get on the live, I'm pretty sure Lewis will be looking for an entry on USDCAD today. Well, tomorrow. And he will be looking for that 3rd day of drop anchor to start the rise. That's what he will be looking for. And it just so happens that the 800 EMA is right around the corner. What a coincidence. It's just a coincidence. They just do so many coincidences that they just become coincidence. No. This is all architect this way, right? It's all planned this way. All right. So price here, break here, but obviously we might get an earlier break depending on what price does. Right, so very simple trade. This is a 372 counter, Mr. Muhammad. 372 counter here. You got a game plan for 372 counter. I'm not saying that for you to take it. I'm saying it for you to watch it, mark it as the You know, mark the patterns, mark the sequence as is happening. Don't participate in entering a trade. Before you can participate, you should be able to understand every point that you're supposed to be looking for. Today, do that as your homework. Make sure you can view every single point that you're, every single movement that the market is doing that you should be able to identify it. Don't take a trade. Don't take a trade today. Just make sure that you are equipped and able to identify these things. I'd rather you make a mistake identifying the things than for you to feel the mistake by you taking a loss and then saying, man, I lost because I forgot this, right? Build the confidence up by being able to identify, so when it happens again, you have the confidence. Don't take a trade while you still don't understand. And let's say you take a loss. Now your confidence is down. Next time this happens, what's going to happen? You're going to be nervous. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Did I check? Did I not check? And next thing you have is analysis paralysis, where you analyze so much that you miss the opportunity because you were over analyzing and over second guessing, right? What you're doing, whether it's right or wrong. So if that happens to you all the time, for you guys who are here, just don't take a trade. Just make sure that you can see everything and do a paper trade, meaning put an X or put a little line. This is where I would have taken it. But don't invest your money until you understand. This will make you better, Muhammad. Remember, the market isn't going anywhere, so timing is on your side. Facts. Right? So this is a 372 counter, Nipsey Blue. USD 30. We're getting into the trade zones, right? Every week we get to the trade zones. That's the funny thing about it, right? There's always going to be one trade on US 30 for the week that's going to be clean, right? And look at the one we got. We got 2 days and Fridays. This is why there's no rush on US 30. Guys, there's no rush on US 30. And we have a gap though. That's the shit that fucks it up. Right? Here's the fuckery. Here's the bullshit for us. Right? So it's not a good trade for today. I'm not even going to talk about it, right? But break retest is what we're expecting. Third day of rise, we got a gap. You got to stick to the rules, guys. No trade for the third day of rise for the Nipsey. I'm going to still put it on there, but we see this. I'm just going to call it out now. Usually I'll let you guys do your own analysis, but we have a gap. I was excited for nothing. But we still in a no trade zone. It would have been a good trade if we had a 372 setup. But we'll wait for the break retest. No biggie. We'll catch you next week. Gold. What was we waiting for gold? I told you guys, I need that change, bro. I want to see that change. Right? And did we get it? No, we just tapped and came back down. Right? So now, but I do want to speak about this. This right here. Right? We got these lower lows, lower highs. Because I did get asked a question about this. Right? Is this an anchor? I got asked, is this an anchor? Right? It is. Right? I told you I was going to answer it here, so hopefully you watch the video if you're not in here. Why is this an anchor? Let's see if anybody can guess. Why is this an anchor, guys? They, no problem. Right? They asked me, is that the anchor? Or is this the anchor? Right? Do we have this? Or do we have this? Which one we have? One or two, right? This is what I was asked, right? And number one is the correct one. And you may be asking, yo, E, how is that? Why is that? Right? It's very simple, guys. Very simple to operate it and see it. Here's the consolidation. Right? That's the consolidation zone. Right? So the test of the end, this was the test. Then price came down and just kept here before pushing up. Right? So the sweep, this was the sweep. That was the sweep. Price just came back there. And here's where the price broke out of. Right? So you guys can see. Right? If you guys say this is an anchor, right? It was like, but I looked at it and I couldn't decide which one was an anchor, right? This is also looked at as a variation of an anchor, right? Why? What do I mean by that? Because there was an anchor within an anchor, right? So you had a double anchor technically, right? In it, you had a double anchor, but this was the sweep. Price swept and came back above and stood here, right? And how we know that, because we started to create higher highs, right? This certain little details, right? But both of them, if you would have took the tree, either way, you would have waited. You would have took the anchor and waited for what? Like I said to the student, you're taking the anchor and you're still waiting for that change of character. So even if you saw this as an anchor or saw this as an anchor, right? You had a change of character. You had an earlier signal, right? What I mean by earlier signal is you're looking at these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, higher low, right? You would have took this as the change of character, right? And you're waiting for a break of structure retest. Price to come back here regardless, right? That's what you're waiting for. So we were still trading in the same zone. If I would have used this as an anchor, notice we're still in the same facility. We're still in the same zone. So I like this other one, right? Another way of looking at this would be if this was the anchor, right? This is the E special, right? But this is the E special. That's the real E special, right? So what I mean by the E special is I love when price anchors and pulls away anywhere between 25 to 50 pips, right? This is Steve Morrow's, one of his legendary trades, right? This is, to be honest, this is one of my first setups I ever learned. So this is why I call it the E special. See? We pulled away enough over here for us to be looking for a trade. It has to pull at least 30 pips, 40 pips from that low. Boom. Right? Then you know. But this is the real one. Why? Because here's where we get the actual number. Here's where we get the actual number. That's the mini. That's the E special right here. This is one of my favorite trades. Right? And we're right off the 800. So we know what lows to be taken. So here, same deal. Nothing changed. We could leave that here. We could be playing a new bounce off the lows, off the 800. Right? We can leave it right here. Boom. What we have for today, got a slight drop, right? Every broker probably looks different here, right? Just so you guys can see it. Every broker probably looks so different because this. No, we got to know that. I'm going to say we got a slight drop, but no. Right? We got a slight drop with a rise, right? So 1, 2, we'll get another one. Get the 3-step. Got our game plan. And last but not least, BTC, man, we're just waiting, man. I told you guys, we're getting up here. We got to wait. I still say wait, right? For you guys who are trading this, right? Today would have been a good trade, but it's already a done deal because we got our 372 already done. Day 1, day 2, we got day 3 already up, right? Best to wait on a higher time frame. Wait for them to break out of that. Break, retest, and we gone. That's what we're waiting for. We're back. Did we get our week of rise? Yes, we did. You missed it. Right? We got a new high for the week. I said we was going to get a new high. You already missed it. Now that you missed it, We already have 3 days of rise. Don't go in to take a trade. Well, it's going to continue to go up. All right. It is. Maybe not just yet, but it will be. So we did get our 3rd week of rise, which is cool. We good. That's about it, guys. So we got a lot to look at today. We got a lot to look at today. It's a lot of trades, a lot of setups, potential setups. You know, make sure you have a trading plan before you will execute. For those of you who I would say are not ready, take my advice. Watch the trade, mark everything that's happening as it goes. Don't wait till after the day is over and say, well, I'm going to go back and mark it. When you trade while the market is moving, not after it happens. So if you're not dedicating the time to actually be in front of your charts while these things are being developed, you're never going to get this. It's going to be tough for you to get this. If you set a point of interest, and when you get that alert that price is there, you need to go straight to your chart and start marking and looking for everything you need to look for in order to execute. Don't execute, just make sure that you can get it right on paper before you can get it right with your broker. Make sure you got it right on paper. So guys, that's today's class. I see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, what is it? Tomorrow's Thursday, right? So tomorrow's the last day for the week. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. New York Eastern. Don't forget, Mr. Jumper will be trading live 6 a.m. Eastern. Make sure to join the Discord. The link is in the description. It's also on the chat where he will be taking these trades live if they haven't played out already, technically. So, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.